Hope that you are able to understand the meaning of this word, this sentence. All right. Do not translate. Instead, develop this habit of thinking in French language now. You guys, Namaste guys. Today we're going to learn conjugation. And so let's get started. All right, guys. In a normal sentence, what you will always observe is a subject, a verb, and an object. All right. For example, il est gentil. All right. For example, il est gentil. He's gentle. All right. So what you have to do while making a sentence into negative form, for example, this is a positive sentence. All right. So in case if you want to make the sentence negative, what you will do is you'll simply make it subject plus no, verb plus pa plus object. So what you really have to do here is you just have to surround your verb with no and pa. All right. I'll just keep this in mind. So this is the very first thing you have to do. Now let's see the example. Il est beau. Beau means handsome. All right. Il est beau. So what it will become? Il n'est pas beau. He is not handsome. He is not handsome. Il n'est pas beau. So what we have done here is we have surrounded the verb être with ne in the beginning and pa. And since there is an e, so it will become ne pa. Got it? Now, always remember why this is the very first thing I'm teaching you. It's because ne and pa is the most common form of negation. It is the most common form of negation. All right, you always have to keep this in mind. All right. Now let's see. There are other form of negations also. We're not going to cover all of them, but a few of them. So, for example, ne aucun, no or none. What does that mean? Je n'ai aucune voiture. I have no car. All right. Voiture is your car. All right. Now, if you have observed carefully, we have not used articles here. You know, this is the mistake most people do in their TEF, TCF beginning in the beginning classes of TCF and TEF. All right. So you have to avoid all these stupid mistakes. All right. Je n'ai aucune voiture. In case of a normal negation, for example, with ne pas, it would have become je n'ai pas de voiture. Let me just write it down. Je n'ai pas de voiture. All right. No, with ne pas, you have to add an extra de, de. All right. And now, je n'ai aucune voiture. Now, I just want to add one last thing that whenever there are verbs like aimer, adorer, aimer, adorer, détester, and err means to hate. All right. And in case if you are making a negation with ne and pa, you will never going to use the, instead le, la. That's it. For example, je n'aime pas la voiture. For example, let me just write it down. Je n'aime pas la voiture. All right. Why? Because there is this verb aimer. Always keep this in mind. Whenever there are these verbs, you will never going to use the. Instead, you will going to use le, la, le. Article definite article. All right. Now see some of the most common forms of negations. For example, no, aucun. No, none. Je n'ai aucune voiture. I have no car. All right. Je n'ai aucune idée. I have no. Il n'a aucune idée. He has no idea. All right. Now, same thing goes with ne and jamais. Jamais means never. So, what you will going to do? Je ne mens jamais. I never lie. All right. Je n'ai jamais douté. I never doubted. All right. Mo. Here the verb mo is mentir. All right. If you don't know how to conjugate the verb mentir, then you can see in the description section. I have made a video for these kind of verbs. All right. Ne rien means nothing. Je ne sais rien. I know nothing. All right. Ne and rien. So rien means nothing. See, the rule will remain always the same. That you have to cover the very first verb. You have to surround the first verb with ne and pas or jamais or aucun or plus or whatever. All right. I have not covered plus in this video because you guys are in the very beginning section, beginning part, and I want you to focus only on ne and pas. All right. Always keep this in mind. Now, je ne sais rien. I know nothing. Je n'ai rien mangé. I didn't eat anything. All right. I didn't eat anything. All right. Now, ne and person. Since there is a person, it means it's clearly observable that here we are talking about a person, a man. आदमी की बात कर रहे हैं. आदमी means humans की बात हम यहाँ कर रहे हैं. We are talking about humans here. All right. Je ne vois personne. So I'm not going to translate this sentence because translation is a bad habit. Now I want you to stop doing this stupidity. All right. The verb is voir. Voir means to see. So what you have to do here is voir means to see. Je means I. Je ne vois personne. All right. So see, even though you cannot translate or I cannot translate, I hope that you are able to understand the meaning of this word, this sentence. All right. Do not translate. Instead, develop this habit of thinking in French language now. You guys can do this. In the beginning, I know it's difficult, but you can do it. All right. Il ne parle à personne. He's not talking to anyone. So here, the one thing I want you to observe is il ne parle à personne. All right. See, this is a bit advanced level. It is somewhere in the A2 level, but I have included this thing here because those people who are interested, they can, they can simply Google it. Otherwise, let me tell you the reason. The reason is because parler verb follows the preposition a or the. All right. So here it is following a, and that's why we have to write je ne parle à personne. But if you are using ne, pas, then there is no need to use a verb. For example, je ne parle pas à blah 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 blah. All right, it should never be je ne parle à pas. It should never be like this. See, in reality, you're never going to use these kind of sentences. Once you are frequent with the language, there is no need to think about the grammar. But in the beginning, I want you to, focus on grammar a lot. Because these things are important. These are minor things people neglect in the beginning, and then they suffer. All right. So this is the thing that's it from my side today. I just want to tell you one thing that there are 23 people who are following this channel now. I'm thankful to you all. I know most of you guys don't watch my videos, but thank you. I often get your messages that you have seen this video and that video, and I'm very thankful to you. And please tell me, did you like this format or not? I'll change it. Thank you guys. That's it from my side, and take care. God bless you all. Namaste.